What's good, everyone? Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. Let me get this box out of the way. Give me 1 second here. That's not it. Is that it? Yeah, that is it. Ha! Can you hear me all right? Let me see. Catch up with the chat here. DT, been so interested in this game. Nice to see you doing a live stream. Yeah, dude. I got a story to tell you about this game. Man, I got a story. It's probably not that entertaining, but it is to me, so I'll tell it in a minute. Taxes should be here any day. When they are, the girlfriend and I are getting Smash JT merch. Hey, gave me Cactus. Thanks so much. I believe you're Christopher, if I remember correctly, right, dude? I gotta remember everyone's names with their screen names, but thank you so much, dude. Oh, by the way, do you have Smash JT decals? I don't. That's a good idea. Because I have Smash JT stickers. I used to have them right here, but my wife put them in the bedroom. But yeah, I can make window decals. It's not too far out there of a thing to get out. Tell us, Lon, what's going on? Tell us, dude. You tell me when you want to chat. We'll set up the phone call. I know I tell you that every time I see you, but I feel terrible. Like I have that tier in my Patreon, and I haven't been living up to it, so please accept my apologies. And if you ever want to do the phone call and you have time, just hit me up and do it, because good lord, my life is all over the place. Like yesterday I would have loved to do stuff, but it was my Patriots in the Super Bowl. I was gonna say I took the day off yesterday, but I made a video yesterday, so no days off, just like Bill Belichick says, no days off. No, I'm the Christopher that will be getting the merch soon. Okay, Christopher. Okay, I'm sorry. I was mixing you up. Yeah, Gamey, that's what I'm saying. I'm so confused because there are two Christophers, and you guys are both awesome. You're both so supportive of the channel. You guys are amazing. Wait, there is Smash JT Patreon, but do not feel obligated, please. That is only to be used as a tip jar for people who want to go the extra mile. I don't ever want to be thought of as somebody who is asking for money from anybody. I do this for the love of the game and the love of the community, and I truly, genuinely mean that. So, I know people with Patreons often get classified as a category of YouTubers, and I don't ever want to be associated with that. Almost to the point of me wanting to cancel my Patreon, but I didn't do that because I remember the reason why I started it in the first place, and that was viewer requested. People wanted to give back to everything I'm doing, and I'm like, well, if I gotta justify doing this all the time and bringing some sort of income to the house and staying married, I probably should have some sort of tip jar available if people want it. But please, do not ever feel obligated. It's just there if you want. No problem, my man. Life's pretty crazy right now, to be honest. I got a promotion at work. Nice, dude. Congratulations, Telus. Congratulations, dude. How's the car sale going? What, you're selling your car? Did that go all right? The Christophers are here. Okay, I'm gonna start playing this, and I'll continue with the chat too. I just wanted to welcome everyone. It really means the world to me that you guys are here. So thank you. And while I'm doing this, I can also start a. Oh, I should probably remove this. Hold on 1 second. There is no ID. There is no arena ID. I'll just say welcome. There we go. Welcome. That works. Yeah, so first day. What for amount posted? Way to be. T-Belly, what is going on? Krillin, how's it going? I don't know if I said hello to you guys. I'm sorry, I've been all over the place with this, but welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, T-Belly, my man. I will always cheers to T-Belly. It's too early for alcohol. Well, it's never too early for alcohol, but it's too early for alcohol. So I'm having some Perrier. Hashtag not sponsored. You discovered me through the John Hancock interview. Cool, Christopher. And I think Gamey Cactus discovered me through Tipster, if I got you guys straightened out with which one's which. But welcome, guys. Welcome. The event T-Belly with the $5 donation. We bought this life. T-Belly. T-Belly. My man. My man. I haven't even started playing the game. I got a $5 donation from my boy T-Belly over in New York. What is up? Dude, thank you so much. What is going on, dude? Welcome, thank you. Cheers, dude. Cheers. You slap a smile on my face. Well, it was already there, but my cheeks are gonna start hurting because I'm smiling so much. Thank you for, dude, thank you for being awesome. Dude, do not, I know it's cheesy and way oversaid, but please do not ever feel like you need to donate anything to the channel. I do this, like I said, I truly do this for the love of the game. I don't even know what to say. When people donate like that, I'm just like, thank you, dude. Thank you, seriously. I gotta tell you, man, T-Belly, on that note, that Mike Tyson's Punch-Out live stream you did, man, that was one of my favorite live streams I've ever seen. You did such a fantastic job with that. Fantastic job. Smash, I checked out Brian Mancave interview, and you are so lucky to be a patient, to have a patient and supportive wife. You mentioned she is an RN in the interview, and my oldest brother. Yep, she is a registered nurse. She is one of the toughest jobs you can do. Not just a registered nurse, but she does oncology, hematology, bone marrow transplant, and cancer. So, well, I mean, not and cancer. Those are, like, treatments of cancer that she deals with. And, I mean, sometimes, I don't want to bring the stream down, guys, but life, you gotta be real. That's why I love live streams, because I feel like a really good connection with you guys. But, I mean, sometimes she comes home from work and she's crying. Like, she's... Man, I'm really gonna bring this stream down right now. She does good work, but she's told me some stories. She's zipped bodies up before. Like, not just bodies, but people that she's cared for, people she's really made connections with, people that she's treated for months or years. So, I mean, she gets paid well, but I could never do what she does. And no matter how much they get paid, I always say they never get paid enough for what they do. For the compassion you need. It's out of this world. As Shiny Big Boo relates, out of this world, the campaign editor. I look forward to that. Sorry about bringing the stream down, guys, but I just gotta tell you what I deal with behind the scenes outside of happiness with video games is reality of life sometimes, and I'm very fortunate that I have a loving and supportive wife that does that stuff, because I'm so glad there are people out there that are able to do that because I can't. So, but anyways, hi Benji64, welcome. Let me see if I have everything set up and organized before I start this. Give me one more second here, guys. I'm so sorry it's taking me so long to get this started. It's been a while since I've had a live stream where I can actually chat and hang out, because I've been doing Smash Brothers so often that I feel like I've been so focused on fighting that I haven't really paid attention to the community, and I really feel bad about that. So hopefully this game is a good way to switch that up. One moment here. Sorry, chat, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just loading something up in the background. I'll get right back to you. Alright, that's good. Let's see, one other thing here. Let me make sure Nightbot is logged in. When you don't live stream for a little bit, you get automatically timed out of so much stuff. It's so frustrating. You have to log back into everything for it to work. Alright, cool. We're back. Love this game. Already played 25 hours. Damn. I mean, I've heard nothing but great things. It's basically, for those who aren't familiar, it's similar to Advanced Wars from what I've heard. As far as my experience with Advanced Wars, it's limited. I have it. I've played it briefly, but life distracted me from it, and I loved what I played of it. So I'm very excited to be able to get back to something like that. Also, nice new setup in the video room. I think standing up allows... Dude, DT, exactly, man. I've been wanting to stand for the longest time, but I record in my garage. So, it can be pretty crammed in there. But, you know, I adjust and move furniture and crap around so that I can film. Indies are looking less mobily now. I totally agree. Totally agree. Indies, dude, I actually... Tariq, it's good you say that. I actually have a note in my phone. When I think of video ideas, I write notes down, and I'm always writing them throughout the night. And one of my the ideas that I will be doing is talking about how indies are the future of video games, not AAA titles. And once the actual mainstream gaming community picks up on that, I mean, I think the entire genre of gaming in general is going to shift completely. Like, everyone's talking about Anthem and how excited they are for Anthem, and I'm like, why? It's got good graphics, gameplay, meh, errors, bugs, glitches everywhere, microtransactions everywhere, DLC eventually, extra costs everywhere. And then you look at the indie scene like The Messenger, and then they add all these extra things for free or very low cost on other games just for additional content. It's the wave of the future. I can't wait for Steam World Quest. Like, I made a video about that. Nobody watched it, by the way. That was like one of my worst performing videos ever. And I knew it was going to be low performing when I made it because it was talking about an indie game. And again, nobody cares about indie games. But man, all the Steam World games, I love the Steam World games. You got to play Steam World Dig, Steam World Dig 2, Steam World Heist. Those are great games. Everything in the campaign can be made in the stage. Oh, that's very cool. Hey, what's up, Tech Wiz X? How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Christopher, Smash, I checked out your original videos and must say I've changed it. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I always wanted more energy, but I didn't know how to go about it because I didn't have the confidence when I first started. I've never had any professional training on how to speak to a camera, so it was all a learn by doing approach, and it was rocky at the start. That's why I have a lot of patience and respect for new YouTubers that are struggling, because nobody comes into this knowing how to handle the situation. Nobody comes into this knowing how to discuss topics, how to properly... Hey, what's up, baby girl? I haven't even started the game yet. Oh, welcome. I missed you so much. Oh, that's beautiful. Can I show everyone the picture you made? Here's the picture she made. It's beautiful. It's a rainbow. Good job. Okay, where was I? But, yeah, I have a ton of respect for everybody starting YouTube channels. I think the more the merrier. Anyway, back to the game. This weather is giving me the spooks. This is some legit background sounds. Hey, the fastest rising new YouTuber on the planet has just joined us, everybody. Welcome to the chat, Super Andrew 64. How am I dealing with my fame now that I've been on Wheel of Fortune? Well, I will tell you, I take a page out of Super Andrew's book on how to deal with newfound fame. I just roll with the punches, man. Pharaoh TV, what's going on, Paul? Welcome, buddy. Welcome. I saw you streaming Fortnite the other day. I was gonna say hi. I went into it and I was there for a couple minutes, but then I got distracted. I had to go pick up my kid at school, and I was like, well, if I say something, I'm gonna need to talk to him for a little bit, so I just didn't say anything. I should have, but I didn't, because I didn't want to just be like, hi, bye. So, but I was there. I was definitely there. What's up, John? How's it going? This week has been nuts for you, for sure. Yes, I was on Wheel of Fortune. If you check my Twitter, it's my most recent tweet. I posted the video of me on Wheel of Fortune. Having drinks with Pat Sajak and Vanna White. Having a good old time with them. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, please do. Working on getting to 1,000 Twitter followers. We're almost there. Almost there. Give me a second here and I will share my Twitter link in the chat. Yeah, but go check out my Twitter right there. It's my most recent video is showing me on Wheel of Fortune. Cowards jumping at shadows and dropping their guard. Tariq, exactly. This looks just like Advance Wars on Game Boy Advance. Getting to the king shouldn't be much of a challenge. The fewer guards I dispatch, the quicker this will be. But some unfortunate wretches still stand in my way. I'll start by defeating that one over there. What Wheel of Fortune? We used to drink and watch that, wishing to be on the show. Yeah, no, I was on Wheel of Fortune. Not as an actual contestant, but my cousin was, and I was a guest of it with my wife and her husband. So we ran on the stage and jumped with her afterwards, and we're having a grand old time. She won something like $64,000 or something. It was crazy, crazy. After taxes, that's like $25, but still. Okay, let's see here. Still awesome. Exactly. Exactly. You get to experience what it felt like to be on the show without having to deal with the stresses of guessing letters. I'll tell you, in real time, when you're actually at the show, Wheel of Fortune, it is stressful. Like, I was trying to play in my head while while she was up there guessing letters, and I'm like, man, this happens fast. Like, real fast. You defeat that guard and clear a path to the king. Yes, I know. Oh, okay, I had to put it on him.
Are you afraid?
Oh, dang. Yeah, you guys in the States get taxed out of that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Paul, I am so pumped about this game. I had a back and forth with the developers of this game for about 5 or 6 days trying to get a game code, and I probably should have just ended up buying it, but they ultimately sent me one. But they told me they had over 3,000 requests for review codes, and they only had 1,000 to give out. And I'm like, ooh, that's pretty challenging. So they were gracious enough to select me as somebody to get one. Albeit after release, but still, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. I am still going to buy this game on Switch. I'm playing this on Steam right now with my Xbox One controller. So this is not on my Switch, but the game is available on Switch. I freaking love games like this. Mercia, a long time ago, before Cherry Stone was Cherry Stone. No. Cousin Jeff was on Wheel of Fortune. That's right. Did I mention I was on Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, every time I meet somebody to get a game code. Hi, yeah, my name's Smash from Smash JT. You might know me from being a guest on Wheel of Fortune. Not a contestant, just a guest of one of the contestants.
This is tiresome.
The animations are amazing. They're fantastic for a 2D game. I love these graphics. There was once a kingdom called Cacophony and a war known as the Great Dissonance. I love how there's no tutorial, by the way. Like, they're using the actual gameplay as tutorial. That is my dream. I can't stand games with tutorials. Even if you're not familiar with how to play the game, the best way to Learn is by doing. You don't need someone to spoon feed you a game. This knowledge is too great a burden. Oh, Mercia. What's up, Skidzax? How's it going? This screen provides me with objectives and statistics. See, this is great. It's the tutorial, but it's not acting like it's a tutorial. They're not hitting you over the head with, hey, and now you do this. It's, it places you into it instead of forcing it into you. What's up, Turbo Jesse? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Ever since this recent subscriber jump, I've had to block so many people on YouTube and Twitch. Some people went as far as to create a new account with my name. Follow. Really? Dude, I mean, it happens to the best of us, man. The pains of growth, especially fast growth. A lot of people get jealous, by the way, too. So, I think you'll be able to pick up on those people very quickly. Ain't nobody got time for jealous people in this world. Exactly, Tariq. Exactly. And games like this prove you don't need 3D graphics to be able to have a great time playing it.
How foolish. Goodbye.
My only concern with this game, I haven't gotten far enough to know this yet, but I hope it gets very challenging. Like, these games, the more challenging the better. I love, like, a hell game where it's just, like, almost impossible to beat the level, but if you do it right, you can. I love that feeling. Also, me and Jesse have a collab video. Very cool. There we go.
How foolish. Goodbye.
I feel like I'm playing the part of the villain right now, which is interesting.
What?
So this is how the storyline starts here. Where is the key? You'll never have it. The key is in safe hands, far from the grasp of a monster like you. Safe hands? Before you die, understand this. Nothing is safe from me. I don't like the style of the font because the safe, the F almost looks like a P. It looks like safe hands and safe from me. The text is like too small. It needs to be a little bit bigger.
Listen.
Making a mistake. Hush now. Yeah, Turbo Jesse. Someone was saying earlier that the actual game where you can create the levels is insanely full. It's close. I can feel it.
Yes.
It's alright, Caesar. It's just one of the Royal Guard. Mel Jesus was getting some hate for linking his Patreon page with his water leak issue. Do you have any Metal Jesus story? Yeah, I have a ton of Metal Jesus stories. I will tell you, I love Metal Jesus. Like, he's done nothing but be the kindest person in the world every time I've reached out to him. He's been nothing but supportive of my channel. I've asked him to watch some of my videos and give me some feedback, especially when I was first starting out. I was a tiny channel where nobody cared about me or gave a crap about anything I did, and I was trying really hard to get better, and I really looked up to him as a leader in the community. And I was like, hey, I know you probably get this all the time, but would you be able to watch one of my videos and give me some feedback, because I don't know what I'm doing and I really want to get better at this? And he literally took the time out of his day, watched my entire video, and gave me some really valuable feedback as to what was boring him, what I could do better, what was repetitive, how to engage the viewer better. He was fantastic. So, I mean, he's got a fan for life after that. I've honestly, I've never heard anybody who's interacted with him have a bad story about him. The only people who have bad stories about him are people that haven't talked to him, people who haven't interacted, given him the time of day, people that don't give him the chance. It's not fair to him. So I am a huge Mel Jesus fan. As far as the whole water leak situation, I mean, there was definitely some questionable stuff about that, but from his perspective as a creator, if you have people asking how they can help, and he says, okay, here's my Patreon for those who are interested in wanting to help, I don't see a problem with that. I really don't. Like, people are saying he's e-begging or asking for funds when he really doesn't need them. It's like, that's the same reason I started my Patreon, is if people wanted to donate money, they can. And if they don't, they don't. Nope, I'm not forcing anybody. He's not forcing anybody. I don't know. People just want to get angry at successful channels, and I don't think that's fair. I don't. Very nice to hear that. I have seen some Metal Jesus vids. He seems to be cool. Yeah, Paul, he's super cool. Super chill, down to earth. Very, very real human being. He hasn't let success go to his head. He responded to me too. Great guy. He has wrote crazy long emails back to me. That's awesome, Turbo Jesse. I almost expect that out of him because of what a good dude he is. He's awesome. Good to hear that. I don't have a problem with it either. I personally know someone that lent him something that was never returned, but other than that, I hear he's a nice dude. I mean, here's the thing with stories like that. That's like through the telephone game of what's true and what's not, and what was actually said, and was it lent, or was it given, or was it expected to be returned. Like, here's the thing. I've had people give me things too, and I assume they're giving it to me. Sometimes someone would give something, maybe just assuming that it's lent, but not actually stating it. Because I've heard stories like that tell us too. But until you know the actual details, I can't get angry or defend them either way. I don't know the full story, so I can't talk about it. Alright, he isn't forcing anyone. That's what, I mean, you know, CM Retro had a really good video today. Actually, I'll link it in the chat. Talking about Patreon. He does a really good job breaking down the different types of creators that are e-beggars. One second, I'll find it here. He's a really good dude too. Let me get the link for you. But I feel like there's a lot of hate in the gaming community for successful channels, and I don't think that's fair. I mean, are there some people that take advantage of their viewer base? Yes, there are. I mean, clearly there are. Obviously there are. But you're going to get that in any walk of life. So it's almost like bitching about people who have Patreons and misuse it is a trendy thing to do. But I feel like it's the minority of cases, and people are trying to blow it out of proportion like everybody. Turbo Jesse! As I'm talking about donations. What a time to be alive. Thank you so much for the $2 donation, dude. Well, this is awkward because I'm talking about e-beggars and I get a donation. No, but I truly feel like it's overblown. Like, yes, there are some people that take full advantage of their viewer base, but at the same time, it's not the majority, it's the minority. But it's trendy to hate on the minority because it gets clicks, it gets views, it gets attention, it gets people thinking that it is the majority, when it's really only, I'd say it's probably under 2% of Patreon channels abuse it. It's probably under 2%, in my experience at least. Now, I have a fairly large pool of people I know, and if you look at it from certain angles, you could almost say that they're not abusing it too. So I'd almost say less than 1% actually proactively extort their audience for purpose. Like, I don't really think that's the case, but it's trendy to go after them. Harboring so much hate to just criticize people all the time would be tiring. You know, it is, but at the same time, unfortunately, it's successful on YouTube. If you focus on the hate, it gets the views. I'm trying really hard this year, turning a page on my channel to not focus on the negative YouTubers and just focus on me and being more positive. So it's funny when I try to do that, then I'm being negative about the people who are negative, and it's like, well, here I am being negative about the people being negative. I can't even be positive. I personally really like the Metal Jesus crew, like Riggs and Kelsey. Yeah, exactly. Everybody in the Metal Jesus crew, I've never had a poor experience. Every single one of them is amazing. I've had a video where I criticized John Hancock, and then John Hancock did an interview with me on his channel. So, I mean, props to him for stepping up to the plate when I was critical of one of his videos. It had nothing to do with Patreon. That was him talking about too many YouTubers.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, Radical Reggie is one of my best friends on YouTube. Like, I talk to him very often, and I wouldn't have known him without Metal Jesus. So, John Riggs, another one of my best friends on YouTube, and I wouldn't have known him without Metal Jesus. Kelsey is awesome. I mean, the whole group is amazing. It really is. Who did this? A vampire. So now we're seeing the side of the story from the other side. I wonder what side I'm actually on, if I was playing the role of the bad guy or if I am the vampire in this game. Sometimes people call things negative just because they don't want to hear them. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I like seeing them at the local events. I gave John a Game Boy Advance game last month at the swap and bought stuff for him. That's very nice of you, Tellus. Tellus, you're one of the most generous people I've ever met. I haven't technically met you in person, but met you online, talked to you on the phone. You are such a genuinely good person, dude. I don't think you give yourself enough credit for how good of a human being you are. An unsure Marcia faces... The F looks like a P. I thought it said paces for a second. Paces her pursed test as monarch of Cherrystone. Several months later.
My queen. I have no doubt. Ah!
What? Let's go.
Oh, leaving her crown behind. Like I discovered you through the John Hancock interview. Did you get a sub spike after? You know, Chris, at the time I thought it was a sub spike, but it was only like 23 or 24 subscribers, which is a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I would have thought that that would have brought a lot more attention to the channel. It kind of did, but I think it was more just recognition in the community for somebody that's taking initiative. I don't think people were sold on subscribing to me immediately. I think they need more oomph, more reason to, you know what I mean? So now I'm playing the role of the soldiers. Okay, wants to go to the forest. There we go. Oh, that's cool. They fight back. Chris, yeah, I did enjoy the game last night. It was very stressful. Being such a low-scoring affair, it could have been anybody's game up until the very end. And I know a lot of people were complaining, saying it was a boring game, but I mean, a defensive battle is still enjoyable because you never know when somebody's going to break out. It could be any play, any situation. And it just happened to happen at the end of the game, which was fun. I enjoyed it. I think if I was watching the game not being a fan of either team, I probably would have found it a little bit more boring, but being a fan of the Patriots going into the game, it was thrilling to me.
Very well.
When selecting a target, a damage preview will appear above its head. Okay. Did you eat all 50 McNuggets? The 50 McNugget challenge, Christopher Benjamin? Yeah, Krillin, this game is a blast. It's exactly what I was hoping for. When I first heard about this during an Indies Direct, I immediately emailed Chucklefish and was like, I want to be one of the people that gets a review code. I knew it was going to be a popular game, like the second I saw it. Oh, that's funny, Chris. No, I didn't see that. But what are the odds? Imagine if it was actually the right score with the right teams. That would have been wild. Not all 50? I'll be honest, talking about these McNuggets right now is making me hungry for McNuggets. The weaker its attack power becomes, so a healthy unit is a stronger unit. But it looks like your swordsman will do just fine here. Okay, that makes sense. And they can't fight back if they're dead, obviously. Alright, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Ooh, Pokemon. Oh no, those are pikemen. Ah, Krillin, that makes sense. Maybe it will be on sale by then too, which is a double win. I have not tried PD Piranha, but from all accounts I've played against him, and people have been loving him, so... Alright, Paul, thank you so much for coming by. If anybody is looking for a good live streamer, Paul at Pharaoh TV, Awesome dude, genuine human being, and very, very fun. Very fun. Very happy-go-lucky. Love his attitude. So check out Pharaoh TV, guys. For sure. Thank you for stopping by, Paul. Appreciate you, man. Nate Tunes, what's up, Matos? How you doing, buddy? 15 McNuggets equal 2,500 calories. Wow. That's 500 more than my daily allowance. Bye, Paul. Thanks again for coming by, dude. You're gonna find useful. See, this is good. It's like slowly dispensing the information you need instead of giving an info dump at the very start of the game. This is the way to do it. Hey, Tunes, if you like turn-based strategy, if you like Advance Wars, if you like any of Fire Emblem, Shining Force, I mean, if any of those sound like, oh, I like that game, then yes, this is a day one buy for you, if you have the money. I mean, and I've only played it for 20 minutes, and this is exactly what I was hoping. It's, I mean, not quite Final Fantasy Tactics. Nothing will ever be Final Fantasy Tactics or Ogre Battle 64, but this is pretty damn good still. Hey, Rodden Games, what's going on, Rod? More powerful critical hit when adjacent to another spearman. Okay. I have not played Ogre Battle on Super Nintendo, but I hear a lot of good things about it.
Very well.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, okay, they need to be 2 sets away. I love the sound effects in this game. That's by far my favorite part of this game so far is the sound effects. You got it for 50 bucks? I've seen it for more? Yeah. I've seen that game go for a lot more than 50 bucks, so yeah, that's a good buy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's see how to get a critical hit with these guys. Basic critical hits when adjacent to its commander. Okay. Do I not have a commander? I guess. Not. Okay, whatever. Russ! What you doing? I'd sing a lot better, but I'm still getting my voice back. Welcome to the stream, Russ Lyman. That's very kind of you, Krillin. I appreciate that, dude. The world needs more people like you. I'll be honest, though, as far as collecting is concerned, I have cut back big time. I've started limiting myself to only buying games that I plan on playing when I buy them, which basically has halted all retro game purchases because there's so many retro games that I've bought that I have not played yet, that I want to play, that it's really hard to justify buying a retro game that I don't have already when there are other games that I want to play in front of them. Which is kind of a weird conundrum that I'm into because of that. And I feel like a lot of people have stopped. Like, not just Krillin or Russ. I feel like that's the sentiment in the community. I think that's probably why the overall shape of the retro game market is kind of going through a downturn right now. Is because everybody who's been collecting for such a long time is starting to realize, I'm not even playing these games. Why do I keep buying them? And everybody who has them is just kind of sitting on them now. And not buying them or not selling them, they're just kind of sitting on them.
Yes.
I mean, for me personally, I bought Red Dead Redemption 2 the day it came out because I was so hyped for it after the marketing and everything. I played the game for like 3.5 hours the day I got it. Loved every second of it, and haven't loaded it up since. I haven't had the time. I'm playing other games. There's so many other games that I want to play. So many videos that I'm making. So many other things I'm doing in my life. And not to mention, it's a fairly violent game to play around 5 and 3-year-old. So I have to limit myself to playing it late at night. And when late at night comes around, I'm either going to sleep or working on a video or researching. So it's like, I don't know when there's time to actually play that game in my current life right now, unfortunately. Yeah, DT, multi-carts are the way to go if you don't care about legalities and emulation. There's my main thing is when I got NES Classic modded with all the games, so I have a way to play them. Exactly, Russ, exactly. That was what one of my videos talking about the retro game crash, why it's happening, is because there's so many other official ways to play retro gaming that's better than blowing in a cartridge and hoping it doesn't glitch out. That why would anybody do that? It's probably getting even more challenging now to get subs because people don't want to be subbed to channels doing the same thing. Smash, you have come into your own since the first video. Chris, couldn't have said it better myself. Oftentimes I try to, it's a weird dynamic because you try to differentiate yourself by doing videos that nobody else is doing, but when you do that, very rarely would the algorithm pick up on it, so your video wouldn't get shared, nobody would even know what you're doing or what you're talking about, so nobody's going to see you. But then when you do videos that are trending topics, the big boys are already doing them, and people just say you're copying them. It's like, you can't win. It's really hard to grow without word of mouth. If people aren't sharing streams, sharing videos, talking about their favorite small up-and-coming YouTuber, things like that, there's no way small channels are going to grow. It's just the reality. And it's been that way for a while. Even before I started, it was starting to get highly competitive. But even now, I mean, if you want to start a YouTube channel, it's a very challenging environment. You got to either be really good or really lucky or know somebody that's in a high position, because otherwise you got no chance. But if you do it for the fun of it, then you shouldn't worry about that anyways. Can't stand reaction. I can't stand bad reaction videos. I don't mind reaction videos if they actually add something to the content. If they give some insight, if they look at it from an angle that you might not have been looking at it from, if they're not overly dramatic and over the top, if they're funny, if they inject humor, I'm not against them. But if they're just blandly going over content just to try to get clicks, then yes, I am 100% with you on that. Buddy put a bunch of TurboGrafx 16 games on my Super Nintendo Classic. I love playing them. The games and system is expensive to collect for. Yeah, you know, that's another video I got a link here. I want you guys, if you have the chance, man, I'm linking people's videos today. Super Nintendo did an excellent video talking about the a complete TurboGrafx 16 set costs $20 $20,000. So I'll put the link to that video right there. He does a really good job breaking down the cost of the video games, why they are what they are, and why they're dropping in value, but why they'll sustain in the long run. It's interesting. It talks more to the overall health of retro gaming than not just specifically to TurboGrafx. So it's a really good video. He also talks about how the TurboGrafx 16 is very susceptible to breaking because of bulbs bursting in it and leaking, which again is another one of those, why would I buy a system that is going to break and be worthless or cost a lot to repair when I can just emulate it? And I think ultimately that's gonna be what destroys the value of the retro game market, is once the systems finally start breaking down 10-15 years from now, the game cartridges are going to be just like baseball cards. They're not going to be really playable on anything except modern hardware that was made to play them. And at that point, why not just emulate them? You just watched that video the other day. Yeah, it's a good video. It's a really good video.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nothing compared to AES, where Turf Masters is like $20,000. What? Who would pay that? Who has that kind of money to throw around? That's insanity. I'll never understand that for the life of me. Even me, I consider myself a game collector, and even me, even if I had all the money in the world, I would laugh at that. I'd be like, why? What's the point? $20,000 for a game just because it's unique? Who cares? I'll never understand that mentality. I think there's legitimately, not trying to be rude to whoever bought that, but I think there's a legitimate psychological disorder for people who are spending that kind of money on a retro video game, complete in box. That's just, there's something wrong if that's my feelings on it, at least. Nobody in their right mind should ever spend that kind of money on something.
No.
This is weird where you play the role of the red guys, who are the good guys, but the blue guys are the bad guys. It's like reversed. Usually it's the opposite. Ooh, someone's gonna smash.
Call me Ragnar!
Call me Ragnar! Skids X, even if they're part of the 1%, even if you are the wealthy heir of somebody from an oil company, I don't care if you have all the money in the world. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why? Why? Spend that money on something in life. Like, spending money on a game in a box just because it's rare. I mean, I guess if you look at video games as art, I guess you could justify it, but I'd rather have a painting by Van Gogh. You know what I mean? Because that's a one-of-a-kind thing. Whereas a video game, even if it's rare, it was printed, it was duplicated, there was more than one of them. Whereas a painting is singular. It's been done by one person, and it's the only one that's ever existed. So, yes, video games are art, but it's a different kind of art than, say, a painting or a structure. I feel like the problem with people is they generalize what art is, and art is definitely not one word that covers all. Art is one word that you need to change up the definition for each subject matter that you're talking about. Yes, I've seen the Clueless Gamer skits. They are really funny. Collect in the niche systems I already do is enough for me. I'm staying away from AES. Yeah, dude. Collect, as Disc Cart famously says, collect what you love.
Yes.
Don't collect what's trendy. Don't collect what you think is going to be valuable. Collect what you want. And that will really, really limit what you're spending money on. Okay, so now they're teaching you about the Rangers, the Archers.
Very well.
I've definitely fallen in love with Neo Geo in the past 6 months harder. Ooh, that's an expensive system to fall in love with. I believe a YouTuber can be successful if having fun is a success on its own without being trendy. I guess exactly right, Christopher. It's all in how you define success. That's a great way to put it. If you don't have the passion to enjoy hanging out and chilling with people like I'm doing right now, then why are you doing it in the first place? Like, what do you think you're just gonna turn on your camera and be PewDiePie? Like, give me a break. What's up, Power Metal Gamer? How's it going? What is this game on, Russ Lyman? This is on PC, Steam, Xbox, and Switch. And I believe will be coming to the PlayStation 4 down the road. Right now, I am playing this on my PC with a Xbox One controller. This was given to me by Chucklefish as a game to play for my viewers, so not that they're going to watch this, but thank you to them. Kudos to them for communicating with a small YouTuber and giving them a code, because it's very easy to overlook small YouTubers, so I have nothing but love for the developers that actually talk to smaller YouTubers and give them codes. I have the Neo Geo Pocket. I do not have its... Well, is it the color? Yeah. Yeah, I have that. That's the one with the clicky stick, right? But it's not backlit, so it's so hard to see the screen on that thing. But I love it. I love it. I am going to do a video eventually, Telus, talking about my Neo Geo Pocket collection and my love for it. But I can't do that video until I actually spend some time with it. I used to play it daily. Like, that was my system in the bathroom drawer. Like, not a Game Boy. It was the Neo Geo Pocket. Played that thing on the toilet more than anybody in their right mind should ever play a video game on a toilet. Nightcore Hitman, what's up? I saw your tweet. That guy has awful grammar. Which one? The one about his he works at Nintendo or something? Is that the one? Off to the gym and burn off the 50,000 Smashing McNuggets. Alright, Christopher. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Do I remember a lot of... You know what? Surprisingly, SkidsX, I do. I wouldn't have thought going into this that I'd be able to remember everyone's names. And I'm not perfect on it by any means. But I know far more than I would think I would know, if that makes sense. But I'm definitely not perfect. I could always be better. I think if I started YouTubing before I was married with kids, I think I would have a much stronger connection with the community, because I'd be able to spend far more time doing this than I presently am able to in my current life situation. Because I love doing this, but there's so many different things tugging me away every day. But it's what makes me look forward to doing this, is because of that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I'd say that's very accurate. Bob Dylan knows what he's talking about. 1/3 of the way of a full world set of Neo Geo Pocket Color. Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. I didn't even know there were front light mods. That's sweet. Typo, not no. Oh. I love doing this too. I put a ton of work in and YouTube kicks me down. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube will beat you the hell down. So if you're not doing this for the love of doing it, you don't do it. Like, why are you doing it? If you're doing YouTube to be successful, you're gonna be very sad, depressed, and frustrated. Nightcore Hitman, what your real name is? I'm gonna say Michael. We should select it to recruit a new unit at once. Okay, I'm on it. Oh, cool. So you can spend money on characters to play. If EA made this game, they'd have actual real dollar signs next to these. Nope, that's your middle name, though. Ah, see, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I will say Nicholas or Christopher. I do YouTube to make new friends. That's a great reason. Here's the thing, when I started YouTube, I didn't even know I could make friends with YouTube. I thought it was just to make videos and talk about stuff. I didn't expect to actually like have conversations with people. When I first started doing live streams, dude, nobody came. Nobody. I'd have like one person, maybe two, and that was it. And I'd be like, this is really lame because they're not really talking. There's no conversation going. But I still did it because I love playing the games and playing them for people, so. Oh, Bruce. Nightcore Hitman, your name is Bruce. Or Wayne. Each barracks can only recruit a single unit per turn. Okay. Robin. Oh, that's cool. It vibrates the controller when it's your turn. Select our new swordsman in order to make it move and capture the village. Power got it? I don't know if I believe that. Your name is really Robin? Come on now. Alright, we took over a house. Ah, okay, that's cool. Villagers bring in 100 gold every turn. That is a really cool effect. Smart. Is it really Robin? That's awesome. That's awesome. I would have never guessed Robin. I was like, Bruce or Wayne. Oh, hey, one more thing. If you ever need some relaxing music to de-stress, listen to Super Mario Dire... Oh, that is a great call. That's the one that was like... Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. I know that one. Alright, Matos, thanks for coming by, dude. And Christopher, thank you for coming by.
Yes.
To capture a village that's owned by a different faction, must first defeat it. That is a really cool effect for this game to be able to do that. Oh, you can only go there. There we go. Yes, that's the one. My karaoke skills are not on point, but I'm glad you knew what I was talking about. If I want to relax, I'll listen to Zelda's Lullaby. There you go. There you go. Top 10 most relaxing game songs ever. I would say the most relaxing game song is one of the most, not the most, because I just thought of another one. the intro theme to Secret of Mana, but the extended version of it. And another really good, relaxing song is the Village theme from SimCity. Enya is a good one. Alright. What's up, HDR? How you doing, buddy? The best is yet to come. I suggest you don't leave the northern path unattended. Ah, okay. This is on Switch, but right now I'm currently playing it on Steam PC with my Xbox One controller. It is on Switch, Steam PC, Xbox One, and soon to be coming to the PlayStation 4. Ha! The song from the end of Metal Gear Solid. Oh, speaking of, another... What the heck? Oh. Alexa, turn off the Xbox. The game from the end theme of Final Fantasy VII is epic. Such a great song. And you only hear it during the end credits on the third disc. Like, that's the only time that song appears in the game. Oop, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh well. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this game is really fun. Like, I love that turn-based games are making a comeback right now. When we all thought that they were gone and dead, here comes Chucklefish with maybe one of the greatest ever created. Alright, Russ, thanks so much for coming by, buddy. Appreciate you. I just thought about the game sack clip in which the dude's ears start bleeding, the sound of Marble Madness. I liked Marble Madness music. Maybe they were just joking about it. Uh-oh. Probably should have split that up better, but oh well. Should have had them both attack the skeleton. I thought I was far enough away from them. Whoops! Gotta learn what the benefit is to going into the forest when fighting. Seems like you have a upper hand when you do. Should be enough to beat them here. Nice.
What?
I have a Model 1 Dreamcast? I think I do too. The first one that ever came out, yeah. I actually bought the Dreamcast day one when it first came out, and I was one of the few... God, that was so expensive back then. I remember I spent so much money on Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi, Soul Calibur, Power Stone. I mean, we're talking... This is like... What was it? Late 90s. Spending like $700 in one day. That was like all my money I saved up all summer, and I blew it all on the Dreamcast and the entire library, and loved it. Loved it. I had to buy the memory thing, whatever it was called, the GCU memory card. Not GCU, but you guys know what I mean. Oh, VMU. There we go. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. GCU's GameCube. VMU. Virtual Memory Unit. That's what it was. And to be honest, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, to be able to have the little KO garden with your Sonic KO. I thought that was awesome. It was so limited with what you could do, but just the idea of it was so much fun. Huh. I need to play my Dreamcast more. I really do. I bought a bunch of games for it at the last game convention I was at. I played them for a little bit, but then life distracted me. What do you think of... What you thinking of Thing game, Jeff? You mean this game? I'm loving this game. If you're talking about this game. Like, loving it. I would have stopped playing it a long time ago if I didn't like it. But it's... I'm a big fan of board games and chess and games that make you think. Strategic type stuff. And this game is... literally that. It's like right up that alley. I'm loving this. Okay, so they keep coming out of that house. I thought that I was done right there. What does this game cost? gonna check that in a second. Let's see. Store page. This is $19.99 on Steam. I don't know what it costs on Switch. Let me check what it costs on Switch right now. $19.99, same price. Shocking. Shocking that they didn't raise it by $5 for the Nintendo tax. Surprise. Nintendo usually makes companies do that. But yeah, $20. I can't recommend this game enough for $20 if you like old school turn-based. Oh, come on. He was dead. Thanks, I would have checked, but I have work project going on the Yeah, no, it's no worries, DT. I think I'll pick this up. I honestly, I rarely do this, but I think I'm going to buy this on my Switch, and I own it on Steam. Like, talk about being a game addict. Buying a game you already own just to have it somewhere else and be able to take it on the go. Oh man, I have a problem, guys. Like I said, these games are right up my alley, so. Hey, hey! Is it bad I like the style of attitude as far as gameplay? Because it's like playing a wrestling Mortal Kombat game. This is good. I own the trilogy. I don't know what you mean. It's like playing a wrestling Mortal Kombat game. I mean, it's like a hybrid of two different games. Is that what you're saying? That's what it sounds like. Yeah, hybrid. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm all about the hybrid games that mix up the genre. Hey, hey! I love the sound effects in this game. The sound effects alone have sold me on this game. Hey, hey!
Yeah.
Okay, so the stronger your unit, the stronger your captured house would be when you capture it. So it's half of what the health is going into it. I need to remember that. I think I can pretty much end my turn here. Still no gold. Ha! Hashtag winning! Let's take this. I don't think this is going to be enough to win, but let's see. Yeah. Don't die, don't die. Okay. I got reinforcements coming. Is this close enough? No, it's not. Thanks for streaming. It always makes work pass faster hearing some fun game talk. DT, thank you for being here, man. Seriously. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but without you being here, it's literally just me sitting playing a game alone, and that's no fun. I'd much rather play it with you guys, so thank you for being a part of this, seriously. That's okay. We got a ranger now. Is it gonna be enough? Just barely not enough. I have to wait another turn. Yeah, Dan B from the Game Beaters. I know Dan. Good dude. Dan B has actually been on my channel before in one of my Smashers collaborations. You know he has his own channel? Like, not the Game Beaters? He has a separate channel? I did not know that. I feel like I could play this game all day. That dog looks like the dog from Okami.
Huh.
Or the wolf from Okami.
Yeah. Huh. Shut up!
If anyone wants to help with all these discount cash flow analysis, please let me know. Sounds thrilling, DT. Separate. It's called Dan B, and he is going to play a Mortal Kombat hack for Genesis tonight, if all goes well, and shout you out. Very cool. Very cool. I'll check it out. I will hit them up on Twitter to find out what his channel is. Well, I'll probably just search Dan B. It'll probably show up. But yeah, they are entertaining. For sure. Does that take a day every time you do that? June 8th? Okay, no it doesn't. It just adds a day every different place you get to. Act 1, Mission 3, Sage Woods. Unhappy with her defeat, Ragna decides to take matters into her own hands. Dun dun dun!
Whatever!
This is totally what it sounds like on the battlefield. So you won. Who even cares? That's what I'd say. With blood and death all around me. So you won. Who even cares? Hey, there's one right behind you. Aww.
I won't hold back!
I care. I won't stop until my kingdom is safe. Enough messing with me.
you!
Smash! Perfect opportunity to say smash right there. Ragna has moved deep into this region. She even got a stronghold. A stronghold is a really important structure that anchors a faction to a region. To win, we can either defeat the stronghold or Ragna herself. 2 winning conditions. I'm joining this fight personally. Look over there. One of our knights has beaten us here. Knights are strong, fast-moving units. However, they're unable to capture structures. Only infantry and commanders can do that. Interesting. Reinforcement comes into play. Simply move a wounded unit next to one of your structures and select Reinforce. Yeah. Okay, so it's a way to heal them. Their health will gradually be restored over time, as will that of certain units. All structures regain 10% health every turn, and all commanders such as yourself regain 5%. Oh, I didn't know that. Good to know. Oh, you have to spend money to reinforce, though.
Yes.
Okay. The health restored to unit is taken from the health of the structure. Got it. Reinforcement costs gold and transfers health from structure. It's a battle for the houses at the beginning here. As commanders, you and Ragnar are both powerful units on the battlefield. You can easily take down most infantry units and enemy structures single-handedly. Make the most of your strengths as commander without risking your neck. Remember, the team that loses their commander also loses the battle.
Down.
Okay. So, the commanders are super strong, but if they die, you lose the match. So, let's capture this unit.
I'm going in.
Okay. I like how they can add units throughout the game as well by having strongholds. Gives you kind of a timer that you have to fight to get to it before they create another person out of it. Ragnar just recruited a Dread Spear, a Felheim Spearman. Prudent to check your info stream. Slower, more powerful infantry, critical hit when adjacent. Okay. Table at the bottom. Effective and vulnerable. DT, I'd say that's a very fair assessment of what this is. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, DT, I was very excited to get the code for this game from the developer. Like, I sent them an email this weekend like, hey, would love to be able to play this. Don't know if you sent me a code. It was kind of like one of those, if you're going to send me a code, please do. And if you're not, please let me know you're not so that I can buy it. Because I don't want to buy it if you're going to send me a code. As much as I want to support them, I also don't want to be spending money unnecessarily, so. Because I was very excited to play this game. I was buying it regardless, and I probably will still buy it on the Switch. Like I said, this is just, it's too fun. It's too fun to not buy it. Dang, girl!
Get out of my way!
Dang, girl! The sound effects are so good in this game. Love the sound effects.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yes.
You may have noticed that traveling through forest will slow you down. The forest will give you a boost in defense, while rivers will make you vulnerable. Watched a few reviews, but they didn't showcase all the details like your gameplay is, as to how they introduce all the units and how they play it. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's the most important part of the game, too. Sometimes people skip the most obvious things to talk about, like how does the game introduce how to play it to you, which is the most important when you're talking about a strategy game. I got what was it, Evolution, the role-playing game. If you're into role-playing games, I got that for like, what did I spend, like $8 for Evolution, and played it for about 45 minutes, and then life distracted me as usual. Dang, this girl, she is intense. What's up, Antonio? This is basically a new Advance Wars, yes. And I can't really compare it to Advance Wars because even though I have played Advance Wars and I own it, I didn't play enough of it to really be able to compare and contrast. I gotta be honest. I really want to play more of it. I just haven't. And it's so hard to live stream that game because it's on my DS. I guess I could get the one on the GameCube, but that one's super expensive.
I won't hold back.
It's almost the same. This guy's about to get busted up. He gone. He gone. Bye-bye. Oh man, I knew that was happening, but that's all I could do. Ha ha! Did you hear about Xbox Live coming to Switch? Antonio, watch my most recent video, my man. I talked about it before anybody did. I made a video yesterday morning about it, which is actually doing very well in the algorithm. It's getting like thousands of views right now, so pretty excited about that. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting proposition. Get them both. Just one of them. Oh, Grumpy. How you doing, Grumpy? Yeah, no worries, Antonio. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Brace yourself.
Nice. I'll sacrifice this dude so they don't attack my lead character. Tired, I'm working, but wanted to come and say something inappropriate. Oh man. Don't ever change, Grumpy. I love you, man. Man, even though I put that person there, they're still coming. Uh-oh. Dang, she takes away a lot. Dang. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I did that on purpose. What? They didn't kill him? kind of stressed here with the situation I put myself in. Alright, Grumpy, have a good one, dude.
I won't hold back.
Damn, she's almost dead. Uh-oh. I think I just lost.
No.
So, I wasn't really sure who the leader was. I wonder if the other person, if that was also a leader too. But, anywho. No worries, Antonio. I'm going to end the stream here anyways, because I've been playing for going on almost 2 hours here. But, it's a fun game. I'm loving this. A lot of fun. It's everything I'd hoped for and more out of a game. So, having a blast with it. I will end the stream here. Thank you everyone so much for coming by. And, I don't know, maybe I'll stream this later if I have the time. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And you stay smashing.